Breaking Bagram, Medal of Honor, Tier 1 difficulty guide. I almost said hard, but this is Tier 1 mode.
Yeah, we already did the voiceovers for this level on
and we're redoing it now because it's a little bit different because the level does not start off with that truck sequence.
Right.
And it's
the mounted gun.
Right, and you do not get extra ammo from your teammates. You can't just walk up to them and press X and get 300 extra rounds for your gun.
Aww.
Which is, yeah, exactly. Aww. So, every gun that you can, hit right on the D-pad to switch it to single fire instead of fully automatic, or single fire. Single fire, I guess that makes sense. Single bullet instead of fully automatic. And conserve that ammo. Get those headshots. And you can't die on Tier 1 mode, which I mentioned on the last video, but it's worth talking about again.
And you don't mean can't die as in you're invincible. You mean if you die, it's all over.
You can't die. Yes, exactly. That is what I meant.
Oh, you can't die. That sounds fun.
Just run out in the crossfire. Oh, what movie was it? I want to say it was like a Michael Moore movie where they talk about friendly fire. No, it was like someone's stand-up where they talk about friendly fire and how that's such a...
Oh, a bad term.
Like such a kind of PC term for such a terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was David Cross's stand-up. That's what it was. He's very good stand-up. And he talks about how like whenever he hears the term friendly fire, he imagines like a bullet in like a 50s cartoon with a top hat on, like, good day, governor. Friendly fire, chap. Never mind. So,
I haven't seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I've only listened to it.
Or I haven't heard it.
Oh, he's funny. I recommend it. Anywho, Breaking Bagram, Tier 1 mode. So you get 30 minutes for this level, and I ended up beating it in about 22, I think. Well, there's 22 minutes of video. That doesn't necessarily mean 22 minutes of game time with all the freezing you get to do.
It won't be 22 minutes on your counter.
Right. Yeah, the next video is about 11 minutes long as well. That's why I'm saying 22. So,
dear Lord.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's long.
It is long. And hard. That's what she said. So, same thing. You've done this before probably on campaign. Just kind of look at this tower for a bit. You're not going to get shot or anything. This is kind of the stepping stone to the last part of the level where you're using this same pair of binoculars, I guess, to call in airstrikes on quite a few more enemies. You're going to be switching between a whole bunch of different kinds of guns and using the binoculars for the whole last section of this. And the last part of this level, it can be easy to miss something and just die because there's so much going on, but you can't but that's only if you're not really paying that close of attention, which is definitely a possibility when you think you have it completely locked up.
Yeah.
So you're going to be a victim of your own laziness in the last part if you do fail. But this level's not too incredibly hard. There is one section in the airplane graveyard that can be tough. So I like to save my... I want to say it's an M21, but I don't think it is. So you start off with two guns. You start off with this fully automatic machine gun, and then you also get a rifle with a scope. I like to use the machine gun as much as possible.
And conserve the other.
And conserve the ammo, because towards the last part of the level, when you're going up this large, what's it called?
Building?
Air control tower.
Oh.
You're going to be in very close quarters with a lot of your teammates, and they'll do a very good job of killing enemies. So you don't really need the machine gun ammo for that last part, and you'll be able to pick up a lot of AK-47 ammo in that last section as well. And the snipers in the next section definitely need a good rifle for that. And so I made this joke a couple seconds ago before we started about getting Don Drapered.
Yeah.
And I think that's an awesome term for what we do, because he gets drunk on the job and it makes him more creative.
Okay. We're getting Don Drapered.
Yeah, exactly.
But not the way that women get Don Drapered.
Exactly. No.
We don't have vaginas.
No. No, Don Draper clearly lays the pipe
Yeah.
to some attractive 60s and 70s women.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant at all.
Okay. We get sauced on the job.
We get sauced on the job. That is what I meant. So I'm currently getting Don Drapered.
All right.
Actually, God damn it, why did you say that? I don't like that term now. He said, not like women get Don Drapered, but...
Well, they do get Don Drapered.
Yeah. I guess it does sound really kind of gay.
Yeah.
When you say a man verb.
Yeah.
How Madmend? Madmend? Because they all drink on the job. What's a better way to put that?
I don't know. Sauced?
No, but like, well, I want it to be a reference to that show because they drink all the time on the job.
Something
like
about the
constantly.
era? 50s? Let's get 50s with it.
Let's get 50. Get on the trolley.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't watched the show in a year, so it's not like fresh.
I've been marathoning it recently.
Well, I can tell you all about 24, and this game seems kind of similar.
To 24?
Fighting terrorists, yeah.
But that
all
24 takes place in
USA.
America,
Yeah.
like in LA, though, right? Okay.
But the bad guys are the same guys.
Okay. So yeah, I swapped out my machine gun for the AK, and it says swap AK-47 for AK-47. It's not good. It's not a good system. So
You can't pick up more ammo.
no, you can, but it still gives you the option to switch an AK-47 for an AK-47.
Yeah, I noticed that actually.
It's-
and I was just like, okay, maybe there's variations of guns that I don't understand.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that because I know in Call of Duty you can pick up like an M4 with a red dot and an M4 with the iron sights. And those are two different guns, but they didn't seem like that in this at all.
Yeah.
It was the same AK. But that's what you get for this game, I guess.
That's what you get
Is that a
for a
song?
Klondike bar. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking it was a song maybe from Willy Wonka or something, but as soon as I said it out loud,
get when you gobble down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats. That's from Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
It just took me a second because you didn't get that second line to,
Yeah.
catch
I
it.
didn't even convince myself fully that it was, that it was from anything. Yeah, I thought it was, but no.
Probably not. Yeah, so in this section, there's a couple snipers up high in the fuselages of the dead planes. So don't just go running forward. Just listen to the audio of the game, and you shouldn't have any problems. But of course, I wasn't listening to the audio of the game. I was listening to...
Of course, that's too boring.
It is too boring for the third time or fourth time through the level. Or the fifth time even, because I did die on this level a couple times just because I wasn't... Like this section right here, go as far right as you possibly can. There will be dudes that are frequently hiding in this plane that I'm about to walk through on the right that just like to hide there and shoot you as you walk past when you think it's clear. Mm-hmm. So right there, that's the tricky part. I got killed there a couple times. After that, it's not too bad. What do you get when you cobble down trees?
There's more lines than just that one.
I know. That's like the middle of the song. That's the Oompa Loompa doobity-doo. Was that in Jackass 2 that we just watched where they went to India? Or was that 2.5 where they went to India and like paid
2.5.
50 Indian midgets or dwarfs, whatever they want to be called, to...
Small people, little people. Oh, there was a little people fight in Jackass 3D. That was funny.
I don't remember that.
The wee man comes in with a chick, and then
Oh, yeah. Like they staged the bar fight as if it was
Yeah.
just like a natural thing, and then like
when they
midget
bring in
cops.
midget cops.
That was pretty ridiculous. That was pretty funny. One thing I didn't like about that movie, though, it's not that I didn't like it, but one thing that I liked about the show that I think they've kind of gotten away from is, like, now for Jackass 3D, they have the Jackass crew. There's like 8 people that are the Jackasses. And on the show, it kind of felt like if you were just hanging out with those guys,
Yeah.
you could be on that show.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, well, they're signed actors.
Yeah.
They're like the official Jackass people.
Yeah.
And it's not just like they screw with their friends. It's, they all live their own separate lives and then
come together
to make a movie. But before, it kind of felt like this was a day in the life of these friends who were just hanging out. I mean, it's such a subtle it doesn't affect that it was like one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know.
I think it's the evolution of things.
It is, and I guess it kind of had to happen because all those people,
are now rich,
filthy rich, and have to like get paychecks to come and do this movie instead of just doing it because they didn't have jobs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they were stupid kids living off their parents when they started.
Yeah.
Probably.
Bam was living at home.
Yeah.
With his fat dad and conservative mom. And,
she's pretty easygoing for the shit he pulls.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, really, you guys are still surprised by the stuff he's pulling? Like, I don't buy that for a second.
Yeah.
But, I love that movie. That was really funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad we saw that in 3D.
Yes.
Like a Jackass 3D, the video game, I'd probably make a guide for that. That would be hilarious.